Hello and welcome to Race Space. Tonight we are going back to Texas for the SCORCH series. This time though it is not the oval track, it is the road course layout of this track. And as you can see there's the map to the right of our screen as we load in to the session. So it's like a half oval track, then it goes into the infield course on the one side. So it's going to be interesting to see how these guys cope with the transition between what is almost two different types of racing, if you will. You can see Rock is already on his way out of the pits there, also out on his way out the pits, but going even faster is one of the Matsuzi brothers there. I wonder if he's going to get a penalty for speeding in the pits or if Rock was just going slow. So entering the track now is Ali, followed by Rock, followed by Berries. I think a little mistake there made by Rock, which Berries gets past. Ooh, big slide there from Ali into a full 360, and he's going back straight again. Nice recovery. And into a slide again, so he's returning to the pits there. You can see Dusty is also past Rock. None of them on their flying lap yet, but it is going to start. I think Berries is out front. So Berries going on to his first flying lap of this qualifying session. Very nice and controlled there from Berries. So Matsuzi has actually set a lap already. I didn't see him out in front, but obviously he's set a time there. He's on a 1:42. So back onto the oval section is Berries, and he is now on his way to that finish line. What kind of lap time will he be looking at after this one? So a 1:25 from Berries, and immediately Dusty beats that with a 1:24.4. Kenny beats both of them with a 1:23.5. Very good lap time from him. Radtech is on a 1:26.3. BT, the teammate of Radtech, at a 1:28.203. Shadow Lancer, who is actually Shadow Britain from earlier in the series, just changed his name recently though. He is glitching a little bit all over the place, but he manages a 1:28.2. Matsuzi up to second with a 1:24. We know that he's been getting good qualifying times, Matsuzi, but he hasn't had the best of luck in the races. I hope that this race goes more his way. He's been struggling to get the results. I remember in New Zealand he ran out of fuel when he was winning in the last lap. He struggled with damage on his car in Sonoma, which eventually led to him retiring from the race. And there was also a retirement in Texas Oval, so not very much luck for him so far in this series, but there is no denying he is very fast. So Ali is on a 154. He is going to cross the line though now. Let's see what he gets. He's up to third place with a 124.1. It's a very good lap time there. He beats his teammate Matsutsi. Still a lot of glitching there from Shadow. Shadow is looking like he's got some connection issues with this lobby. His car almost flying most of the time. Rock must be going over the line now to set his first time. Let's see what he gets. He gets a 150, so that puts him in 9th place for now. BT gets a 124.4, so that puts him above Berries. Ooh, straight into the wall there from Rock. So it's very tough there to make the transition, to slow down enough to get around that corner. Obviously muscle cars are better at going in a straight line than they are with turnings. A bit hard to brake with these cars. Dusty doing a fine job there. So let's see an onboard here from Dusty. So he goes over the line to start his new flying lap. Just getting to the end of the oval section here. He's going to have to hit the brakes soon. He hits the brakes going into the first proper corner of this track. Manages to keep the car from spinning. Good control there. Can just see him coming up on the back of looks like the two Matsutsi brothers. They might be helping each other with some drafting down the oval section. That might be what they're looking to do. We know in the Texas Oval they worked very well together in the qualifying to get themselves first and second position in that one. And he crosses the line now. It's a very good lap from Dusty. That moves him to first place with a 123.3. So we were just looking at the fastest lap set right there. So is Kenny going to have an answer for that one on this lap? So not fast enough there from Kenny. So is anyone else going to be able to break into those 23s? There's only the top 3 in the 23s right now, the 123s. Ooh, BT just spins off there a little bit too quick into that corner. Ooh, Kenny in a 122, so taking it to a new level there. Very good lap from Kenny. So still only 3 of the guys able to get quicker than 124s. Rock's still in the pits, so he's likely just tweaking his setup a little bit, maybe playing with some pit strategies if he needs to make a emergency pit during the race. So that is the qualifying round over. Ooh, big drift there from Shadow. So that's qualifying over here. Kenny, he takes the pole position there unless Dusty can answer back here. Doesn't look like he is setting a flying lap though, so he might not be able to do it. Where is Matsutsi on the field here? Will he be able to put in one more lap? Looks like this one will count. And he sets a faster lap time than Dusty, so that puts him up to second. Not quite fast enough to beat Kenny though. It's very close. 22.9. Kenny with a 122.8. And that is qualifying over. So Kenny holds on to that pole. Very good job from the guys there. So we head into this first race. So they're just making their last minute adjustments to their setups there before they're ready up. You can see as they click on their setups and things, the car just bounces slightly. That's how you know that they've changed a few things. Just as the cars adjust possibly ride heights or cambers, things like that. Probably also checking their pit strategies just in case an emergency pit stop needs to be made. It's always good to have a couple strategies in place just in case you need to change on the fly. Bit easier on these oval tracks than it is on other tracks to change your pit strategies on the fly. A bit more time, a bit more straight sections. And they're off. So this is the formation lap. So we got Kenny there up front for Shadow Racing. Just behind him is Matsutsi from Scuderia Matsutsi. He's one half of the Matsutsi brothers. We've got Dusty Bin there. He just lost out in second there, so he's there in third place right now for Red Eye Racing. The second Scuderia Matsutsi car in fourth place as it stands. We've got a Savage Racing car in BT in fifth place. He is the lead Savage car of this qualifying. Berries making up the second Red Eye Racing car in that orange car with a red stripe there. Ratek, he comes in seventh there. He is the second part of the Savage Racing team. Rock is in eighth place. Shadow might have got a penalty there actually, going into the pits at the end by sliding in like that, because he has gone down to ninth and Roy is currently in eighth, even though he had the slower time in qualifying. So he is in Galaxy Racing. His teammate unable to make it tonight, unfortunately. And the second part 2 Shadow Racing is Shadow Lancer there in the number 77 yellow Camaro. We're about to get things underway here. They're just coming up to the final section here. Should be a pretty exciting race. And they're off. So already we see Dusty has made his move on Matsutsi there. He's up into second. So he has the two Matsutsi brothers right behind him. Looks like Matsutsi though, he's dropping back quite a bit, very slow into that corner. Ali up into second, so he's made a move on Dusty, but he spins it, so Ali is at the back now. Big risk move there and it didn't pay off. Ali drops down to 9th position from second. Shadow, he manages to get past Rock as well, so Shadow is up to 7th place. Pretty spaced out between these guys at the moment. One of the best overtaking opportunities on this track is probably going to be that first corner. Ooh, Matsutsi makes contact with the wall there, and that has I thought he would have crashed out bigger there, but he's managed to keep the car on the track. But now he's got BT breathing down his neck here. Very hot into that corner, so he runs it wide, and that allows BT to slip up the inside, and BT takes 3rd position, but Matsutsi's back on that inside line, so he takes a position back. Great defending of position there. But he runs it wide again, so BT up the inside once again, BT into 3rd place. It's also looking like Berries is taking a look now to get past. So now Matsutsi having to fend off Berries there behind him. Will this allow BT to pull a bit of a gap? Berries is through on the inside. Matsutsi once again wide, but coming into the next part here, he will have that inside line again. So side by side is Berries and Matsutsi. Matsutsi looks like he might run it wide again, so he keeps running it wide out of these corners, and the guys here taking advantage. So Matsutsi runs wide again there, so Berries up the inside. Is Matsutsi going to be able to hold on though? He gets his line back there. And Berries trying to slip up the inside again. And Matsutsi spins off, so that's put him down to 9th place. Big power drift there. So that is not what he wanted. His bad luck continues in this series. So that spin from Matsutsi has allowed Ratek, Shadow, Ali and Rock to get past him. So all of them get bumped up 1 position. So Shadow chasing down Ratek here, he's doing quite a good job. It looks like Berries now goes for the overtake on BT, and he's through. So around the outside there, Berries manages to get past BT. While all this is happening, in the middle of the pack, Dusty and Kenny just managing to pull away from the rest of the guys. We've seen this happen throughout this whole series. These two are battling it out most of the races for first position. Looks like Rock has been overtaken by Matsutsi now, so Matsutsi is gonna try climb slowly back up that ladder to try and get some more positions. BT is back in front of Berries now, so a good battle coming here. Berries looks for his opportunity up the inside here, but going into the next corner, BT is back on his defensive line. Just runs it wide, and that allows Berries to sneak back up the inside again. So side by side, these two. Ooh, just a little bit of a corner cut there, so he's going to have to fall in behind Berries. Very good racing from these two. And we've lost a car. One of the cars is gone. We've lost Matsutsi. Matsutsi is out. So not a lot of luck for Matsutsi so far. He has not finished a lot of these races. Does well in the qualifying, but doesn't manage to keep the car on the track during the race. So once again, side by side going into this corner. And Barry slips up the inside. BT taking back his position now. Side by side. Who's going to make the first mistake here? Very good overtaking maneuver there from Berries. Is BT going to answer back in the next corner? And Radtech is in the pits, so something went wrong with Radtech having to pit there. So that is going to hurt his chances of finishing well in this race. Bit of the same story for Radtech so far in this series as Matsutsi. Both of them doing pretty well in the qualifying, but things just not going their ways in the race. BT manages to get back past Berries, so it seems to be the same story every lap here. As one driver manages to overtake the other one, and then they swap back once again. So very good battle here. Maybe a few too many mistakes from BT there, just feeling the pressure a little, and Berries looking like he's made a bit of a gap now. So he might be a bit safer the next lap to hold that position. We've got Rock now fighting there with Shadow. So is he going to find a way past? Rock runs it very wide there into the wall. So BT is just trying to be late on the brakes there. He's just trying to get a bit closer to Berries once again. He's just fallen back from earlier pressure. So Rock manages to get past Shadow, who's had a bit of a spin here. He needs to get back on track now. So Rock just keeping a cool head, he manages to keep his car on the track, and that has earned him a position. So up into 6th for Rock. Kenny still got a big lead here at the moment, so he is on his 9th lap so far, so 27 laps in total. He's doing a good job here to just keep that car on the track, not making any mistakes by the looks of things, and that's what it takes to win. Kenny's still driving with a little bit of an injury, so he's not at his best at the moment, but still good enough to win by the looks of it. So Ali just looking like he might be making some ground on those 2 cars ahead of him. So he might be looking to join that battle soon for 3rd place. As these cars now go on to their 10th lap of tonight. Dusty doing a pretty good job tonight as well, just holding on to that 2nd place. He's fallen a little bit off the back of Kenny, not challenging him as much as he has done in previous races, but not a bad job at all from Dusty. Dusty did manage to win his first ever race in the Rally Fighters series that we do on Mondays and Wednesdays. Managed to get his first win of that series, so I'm sure he's pretty happy from that yesterday. So Barry is very early on the brakes. BT maybe a little bit later because he looks like he could be getting a bit closer now. You don't want to be too late on the brakes and run it wide and have the tires lock up on you. We're on board now with the leader as he goes on to do his 12th lap. So let's see what a winning lap looks like on this track. Very smooth around this corner, keeps it nice and tight. It's very smooth for Kenny. He's not making any mistakes. The car's not sliding out at all, and that is why he is just able to keep putting in those consistent laps now. Very nicely done. Ratek quite a way behind due to that pit stop that he had, so he's doing a good job just to stay in the race. The trick is to stay in the race even if you're not having the best of races, because you need all the points you can get for your team. Last week at the oval race, on the last couple of laps, he got knocked by one of the other drivers and got glitched into the ground. Was unable to continue. The car was stuck, and nothing could be done. So it was a forced retirement that was out of his hands. So he is looking to at least finish here today. You can just see Ali there edging onto the back of BT. So Barry's managing to pull a bit of a gap there, so now the fight is for 4th place between BT and Ali. Very late on the brakes there, Ali, and he just runs it quite wide there. He manages to get it around though without any drift or slide, so not the slowest into that corner, and that just allows him to keep on the back of BT. So BT is going to be feeling the pressure here. It's not really what you want as a driver. You want to be able to keep a clear head, so you just see BT maybe making a mistake there, which is allowing Ali even closer. Now Ali challenges here for the corner and he sticks it down the inside. Ooh, but he goes into the wall, so will BT take the position back? And it's neck and neck here. BT manages to just get his nose out ahead of Ali again. So going into the 15th lap now, and the battle for 4th is on. Very wide from BT, and Ali takes it easily down the inside. BT not giving up though, he's still holding onto the back of Ali there. He's looking for his moment. And he's gonna... Ooh, it looks like he slid there. I think he did, so that just drops him back slightly. He would have been in the perfect place if he hadn't messed that up to draft Ali down this oval section. So he's got a bit of work to do now if he wants to get back up to Ali there. He might have to see if he can go a bit later on the brakes into this turn that will be coming up in a few meters. Very smooth there from Ali. BT keeps it smooth through there as well. Barry's now with some space. He is just going to be putting in some lap times and hoping that he can just edge his way closer to the leaders. Runs it wide though. You can see Rock just in his own race here in no man's land, so to speak. So Ratek has managed to overtake Shadow. So Shadow obviously making a couple more mistakes that we didn't see. Ratek has managed to get his car in front of Shadow now. Sounds like these two are close now, so Dusty might have been putting in some epic laps now because he is closing that gap down. Maybe Kenny just making some mistakes, but it does appear that that gap has closed from what we last saw. Is Kenny going to have what it takes to just continue to hold that lead throughout the rest of this race? Coming up on some back markers here. He just needs to get ahead of Rock there. Rock moves over and lets him through. Dusty is also through. No, he's not. Dusty going through now. Rock just allows him past. And no problems there from the two front runners. So is Dusty going to be able to put in some fast laps here and start challenging for first place? He needs to apply the pressure a bit more to Kenny if he's going to stand a chance here. So 20 laps down, that means 7 to go. Can Kenny hold on for another 7 more laps? Dusty very close now to Kenny. He doesn't want to push too hard though and slide out in one of these corners, so he needs to be careful not to push too hard. With just 6 laps left to go, can Dusty take the fight to Kenny? He's just trying to close that gap down, just getting a little closer each corner. Five laps left to make a move. I think Dusty's just coming to terms with his car now. He knows what he needs to do. He's locked in. Very close now. He might be able to get a draft off the car down this section of the track. He needs to be careful being this close going into this corner. He needs to make sure he brakes in time. Kenny's still managing to keep a cool head and just keep out in front. Dusty waiting for his moment. Ooh, and Kenny is off. Kenny spins off the track in that corner, so Dusty is through. Dusty was waiting for his moment and he got it. Dusty goes into first place. So his patience pays off there. Gains the position. Now he just needs to hold on to it for the last few laps. Very unfortunate there for Kenny. But Kenny just needs to stick in the race, put in some decent laps, and all he can do now is hope that Dusty makes a couple mistakes so that he can benefit. So the hunter becomes the hunted. Shadow just unlapping himself there by the looks of things, but Rock takes it back. Only 2 laps left to go. Can Dusty hold on to that position till the end? Or will the pressure of Kenny chasing him down get to him? Kenny is back in the fight. Lap 26 now for these two. Ooh, that was not the best turn for Dusty there, and Kenny super close now. This might go down to the final lap between these guys. Dusty will definitely be feeling the pressure here. So this is the final lap for these guys. It's all to play for now. All it takes is one mistake and it could all be lost for one of these two drivers. Very late on the brakes there from Kenny. little bit of a slide there from Kenny, but it doesn't affect him too badly. He's just very late on the brakes all the time. Is he going to get enough draft down this section? It's a sprint now to the finish line. And super close finish there. Dusty manages to hold on though, so Dusty takes the win here in Texas. Kenny in second. Berries is gonna cross the line in third by the looks of things. Is Dusty gonna do some celebratory donuts here? Can see Kenny already starting to do donuts there in the background. And he does. Dusty does some victory donuts for us there. Well deserved win, Dusty. Ali over the line in fourth place. BT is going to go over in fifth place. With Rock there in sixth place. And Ratek 7th with Shadow 8th. Dusty on his roof though, he must have hit the wall. It's a good race there from Dusty. Good job to just keep in the race right till the end and picks up the scraps that were left by Kenny. Just saving my replays there. And that is it. So, great race from those guys. Well done. To all of you that were watching, thanks for watching, and we will see you next week on Wednesday for our Dirt Rallycross Special Series. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.